Going on YouTube? Welcome back to the YouTube channel. In today's video, we're going to be talking about some quarterback drama around the country ahead of the college football season. The first team I want to talk about is Ohio State. They have a big quarterback controversy right now. They're trying to battle it out. Ryan Day says he doesn't know who's going to be the starting quarterback yet. Obviously, they came off with one of the best quarterbacks in the country. Obviously, last year they had C.J. Stroud, who's one of the better quarterbacks in the country. They had to replace him with a guy named Kyle McCord or Devin Brown. People at Ohio State apparently feel that it's a 50-50 battle between these two guys to get that starting job. Ohio State opens up with Indiana week 1. So I feel like Kyle McCord's going to get the start week 1, but you never know who and what's going to happen. Ohio State obviously so talented with Marvin Harrison Jr., Emeka Egbuka, so much talent, Julian Fleming, just a lot there. Defensively, I think they're an underrated defensive group. Potentially this year, I think they could put a lot of stuff together and be an elite group. So that quarterback position, if they get, really good production out of it, this team could be one of the best teams in the country. But, we have to see. We have seen neither of these guys really play college football at a high level, so, anything can happen in this scenario. But I trust Ryan Day on this because Ryan Day is a really good quarterback coach. He's developed quarterback well. Justin Fields, C.J. Stroud now, a lot of guys that are in the league. I like what Ryan Day is continuing to build at that position there. So I believe in his recruiting and his development there. Next team is the Georgia Bulldogs. They did name their starting quarterback in Carson Beck, which we've heard some really good stuff out of, fall camp news about how Carson Beck has been really good. Kirby Smart said that the team in a whole, when you compared it to last year's team, they're a little behind last year's team. But he feels like, as the season and as the weeks come on, they're going to be better and better. And that's how I feel like Georgia's going to be as well. Defensively, they're going to be elite. Quarterback, I think Carson Beck's going to be good. I think he can mimic at least, his floor. He can mimic what Stetson Bennett did at Georgia. Oh, no, I'm not really concerned about the position at Georgia because they haven't had to have elite quarterback play in the past 2 national championship games. So, I think they're a really good unit there. He beat out Brock Vandagriff. I haven't really heard much on him, but I think Carson Beck's going to have a really good year. And I think by the end of this year, he could be one of the better quarterbacks in the country if he handles his business. The next team I'm going to talk about is probably the biggest quarterback controversy in the country because you really don't know who's going to get it, is Alabama. You have Buchner at quarterback, transfer from Notre Dame. It'll be interesting to see, if he wins the job or if it's going to be Jalen Milroe. Jalen Milroe is so athletic, has all the potential in the world, as long as he can figure out, throwing the football. He's athletic, but a lot of people worry about his arm and his ability to make plays with his arm. Buchner is a guy that comes in and, has a little bit more experience than him. Saban said the 5-star freshman that they have, 4 or 5-star freshmen that they have, behind those two, he's not in the running for the starting spot. So it's going to be either those 2 guys. And, where I'm leaning, I think I'm leaning Jalen Milroe just because of that athletic potential. And if he gets to throwing the football the way that we know how, because physically he is insane, but if he gets to throwing the football how we think, I think, Alabama will be as good as anyone. I think he could be a really good quarterback in the future. And Nick Saban has talked about this unit and telling us that, he doesn't want to rely on this team to be elite at quarterback. They relied on Bryce Young too much, to his words. That's what he said. And he wants to be a more well-rounded, kind of previously what Alabama has been. And, I think it's potentially could be that. I think that defense is going to be really good next year. Alabama is going to be really good. And, They could be easily the best team in the country, depending on the quarterback play. Easily be a top 3 team in the country. The quarterback controversy at Auburn, it's interesting what's going on there. I do like what Hugh Freeze is doing there recruiting-wise. He's been recruiting his tail off lately. And that quarterback position is really interesting there. So we'll see how that one plays out. I really don't know which way I'm leaning towards, the Ashford kid or the Zach Calzada. Or someone's going to win that job. And, apparently that's a really close race to winning. And that they may both see the field. Who knows? You know who has one of the best quarterbacks room in the country, who doesn't really get talked about much about it, is Ole Miss. Ole Miss has an elite quarterback room. It's interesting to see who's going to win the job there. I think it's really between Jackson Dart and Spencer Sanders, and I think Jackson Dart probably has the edge over Spencer Sanders right now, but you never know. I bet you that's a fun battle, but they do have an elite quarterback room at Ole Miss and Lane Kiffin, and they've done a really good job. They're going to be, I think, an 8-9 win team, especially if they get that quarterback room figured out and you get some really good play from Jackson Dart. But that'll be it for me. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys next video. Peace.